Outlook can manage multiple email accounts. Let's add another email account. Go to the Tools menu and choose Account Settings. Here's a list, and we're on the Email tab, of all the different email accounts that are currently set up in the system. Now, right now we only have one. If there's some problem where you want to make changes to that account, you can select it and click Change, or you can try the Repair button, or of course you can remove it if you like. We'd like to add another one, so let's click on the New button here, and it's immediately going to ask you what type of service you want. Exchange or these others are all internet types of accounts, or other, and other are for special types of accounts like a fax mail transport or an Outlook mobile service. We're just going to leave it on the top one. And now it needs some information from you, and Outlook is going to try and figure out on its own exactly what it needs to connect and set up that email account for you. So we'll try that first. You can click Next when you're done, and the system is going to try and establish a network connection and figure out who you are, what the name of the servers might be, use the credentials you gave it to try and log on to a server and make the connection. In this case, Outlook actually figured out the name of my service provider, used all my settings, found the mail servers, made the connection, sent a test message, and everything's ready to go. It also knows that it's a POP3 email account, which is a common type of internet email account. If this didn't work, or if you want to manually configure it, you can check this box to manually configure your server settings instead. Now, I didn't need to do this, but I want to show you some of the options you can choose. It's a good idea to have Outlook automatically remember your login information. That way, you won't have to type it in each time when you send and receive messages. Now, click on More Settings for more options here. And the one that might get you if you're having errors is that your outgoing mail server might require authentication. Now, this is already turned on for me, so I'm okay. When you come in here to your internet email settings, you can test account settings, and this is really handy. You can have Outlook check to see that it can connect to and send and receive email messages. And if it's successful, you'll know everything's working fine. Excellent. Let's click Finish. Now we have both email accounts that we have set up in the system. And only one of these is going to be the default. And right now it's the one that was in here first. Send from this account by default. If you'd like to send from a different account by default, you can click it in the list and click Set as Default. I'm going to set it back. And you can also reorder the list if you'd like. This is of more use if you have more than two. So I've got my Outlook 2007 as my default account. Let's click Close, and when we send a new message, let's see what that means. It means when we're going to send an email address now, we can actually choose which one to send it from. As we set up in the accounts, Outlook 2007 is the default one, but if I want, I can choose to send a message from one of my other accounts also. And you can see up here that the message is going to be sent via mailsender@rogers.com instead of from the Outlook 2007 email account.